What's going on, you guys? It's Vet360 here, and I'm just coming at you guys with a story time. This is my first story time, and I'm probably going to do a shit ton more of these, because I got some funny-ass stories. And this story takes place about 4 months ago with, he's my best friend. We're going to call him Edwin. Of course, his real name is not Edwin. If your name is Edwin, you are a little faggot. But yeah, we're just fucking around in his room, pulling some dumb shit like we usually do. And I see him go over to, those blank outlets in the wall? Like, not anything you can plug into. They're just, there for some unknown reason. And he goes over to it with a tie clip, right? And he starts unscrewing the bottom screw. And, I'm intrigued. I want to see what this man is about to pull on us. And he takes a pen and writes the words Frog House on the top of the blank outlet. And, I'm getting more and more intrigued by the second. And he goes, "Hey, I'm going to be right back. Just you can fuck around in my room. I don't care. I'll be right back." I'm like, "All right, yeah, whatever. It's cool." And I hop on his roommate's Xbox, whatever. I'm bugging. I'm playing CSGO. Yeah, it's cool. And he comes back, about 30 minutes later, and he has something clutched in his fist. I'm like, "Hey, what do you got there, dude?" I'm getting more intrigued. And he opens up his hand, and there's a little tree frog in his hand. And my interest just peaked at that point. And he looks at me and gives me this stare like a lunatic and just full force chucks the frog at the wall, and it makes a loud ass smack. I mean, everyone could hear that bitch down the hall. And I feel like I was just mutilated. This frog was probably in so much pain. And he goes, he's laughing so hard. And I look at him, just mortified at the fact that he just brutally assaulted this poor frog. And he picks the frog up off the ground, and it's barely conscious, it can't even move. And he stands up on his chair, and he has a little bulletin board in his room, right? And he picks out 2 thumbtacks and puts them both through the frog paws and sticks it up on the bulletin board. And he crucified this frog, It can barely breathe. It's still alive. I don't know how after that Thanos snap kind of sound that he made after making brute contact with the wall. And it's just squirming up there, struggling to breathe, looking like Jesus on his last few days. And I start laughing out of interest. And then he sticks a needle, like a sewing needle, through its wang. Okay, not through its stomach or through its head to kill it. No, he stuck it through its wang. And I didn't know that frogs had wangs. And, I am dying at this point. I mean, it was one of the funniest things I could have ever seen at that point. And then, get this right, he just starts torturing it, poking it, and then just poking the frog. And this frog is making popping sounds, gas was building up in its stomach or some shit. And we are both just dying at the fact that he just poked a frog in its wang, and it's starting to make popping sounds like a firework. And I ripped the frog off of the bulletin board, and Ross runs over to me, Mr. Edwin Ross runs over to me with a fucking broken shaving razor. He ripped the piece of razor off the shaving handle, and he starts making an incision in the frog while it's still alive. And so I'm feeling kind of bad, so I poke the needle through its brain, its frog brain. And I killed the frog, and he extracted the heart and foot of the frog. And I let him know this. I gotta be the jokester here. And I go, "Bro, we just extracted the heart and foot of the frog." And he is just dying at this. He is laughing his ass off at the fact that I just said 2 simple words, heart and foot. and he is just dying at those 2 words. And yeah, it's kind of funny, kind of messed up at the fact we brutally, borderline, like, committed first-degree murder and tortured this poor frog. But, yeah, that's the end of this story time. If you want to hear more of these, make sure you hit the subscribe button and just let me know in the comments. So yeah, this is Red360 here, and yeah, have a fucking amazing day.